What's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a windmill. I know, kind of a random build, but I felt like making one. Also, by the way, just in case you have any more building related needs, I would highly recommend checking out the card system, because in there, if you like this particular build, I would highly recommend one very specific playlist, my real world buildings playlist. If you like this, you'll probably really love that. Plus, I'll leave some links to some other videos that I think that you guys might really enjoy. But moving on, if you want to make the windmill, here's what you're going to need. Grab yourself some oak wood planks and some birchwood planks. Grab dark oak planks. Then grab yourself some spruce wood. Then flip over, grab yourself some white wool. Grab some white stained glass, or any glass will do really, kind of up to you. Then flip back over, grab yourself some oak wood stairs. You'll also need some dark oak wood stairs and some birchwood stairs. And we are actually going to need a couple more materials later on, but we'll just have to deal with what we have now. So once you have each one of those materials right there, and once you've figured out where you want to make it, I'll be making it right here. You're going to want to kick off your windmill, first of all, with the platform that we're going to sit it on. I've kind of made like a nice little circular platform for it to sit on. You guys can place it elsewhere, so if you don't want to put it onto this particular platform, maybe you just want to build the windmill itself, skip ahead in the video, probably about 5 or so minutes, and you'll manage to find the actual windmill itself. So, for the platform, we want to start this off looking down on the ground with a single spruce wood, so looking down at the ground like this. Then from this spruce wood, like we're building a pick slot, do an up left diagonal, then go left by 2, then do an up left diagonal, go left by 1, then do 2 up left diagonals, that's 1 and 2, then go up 1, do an up left diagonal and go up 2, do an up left diagonal and go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then do an up right diagonal, go up 2, then do an up right diagonal, go up 1, do 2 upright diagonals, go right 1, do an upright diagonal, right 2, upright diagonal, right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, do a bottom right diagonal, go right by 2, bottom right diagonal, right by 1, 2 bottom right diagonals, then go down 1, do a bottom right diagonal, come down by 2, then a bottom right diagonal, come down by 4, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, then do a bottom left diagonal, down 2, bottom left diagonal, down 1, 2 bottom left diagonals, left 1, then a bottom left diagonal, left 2, do a bottom left diagonal and go left by 3, and if everything has been done correctly, you should have this shape on the ground, which is pretty much, quite simply, a circle. Once you have your circle, this is what you want to do next. So it's now time for us to turn this into something a little bit prettier. So what we want to do first of all, we just have to figure out which side of this is going to be the front of our windmill, since at the moment any one of these 4 sides could be, since this is a symmetrical circle. So for instance, this is going to be the front of my windmill, where I've just slammed down this dark oak wood plank. Once you've figured that out, this is what you want to do next. So where we have these 5 spruce wood on the front of our windmill, we want to leave these alone on the front, but for every single other one of our spruce woods, we want to stack a layer of dark oak wood planks directly on top of them. So go all the way around and stack a layer of dark oak wood planks on top of every single one of your spruce woods. It might take a little while. As a matter of fact, it is. I kind of expected to be done by now, but hey, those are the breaks. That's how it goes. So we want to have something which should look not like that. Not like that, perfect. We want to have something which should look like this. Now, once you've got that taken care of, this is what you want to do next. So, we now want to take this block here on the left and this block here on the right, kind of like in these rows of 3, extend them center by 1 block. Then extend them towards us by 1 row as well, so now we have simply a gap of 3. We then want to fill in this little 2 space area here, or 3 space area with 2 space. You guys get the idea. You want to fill these 2 front rows in with oak wood planks. You can then kind of like layer down some stairs, so you can kind of just like 1 block coming towards us, or 2 blocks coming towards us, I should say, we want to have like 2 layers of stairs coming down in front of the windmill. So where you can see we have the spruce wood on the floor, we want to, 2 rows outwards, have like layered stairs. So 1 and 1, 2. We can then kind of like connect the dark oak wood planks together, left to right, and we can do that just with some oak wood stairs, like so. Once you have that, we can then fill in the entire top of the little platform that we've made, and we want to fill it in with... Do you guys know what we're going to be filling it in with? It's going to be oak wood planks. So now, so that we can actually build the windmill on top of this, we now want to fill the entire top portion of this in with oak wood planks. This will take a little while. We will also, a little later on, I might add, we're not going to do this just now, we're going to decorate the little platform that we've made. We'll be adding some nether brick fence all the way around the top of the platform, so going all the way around so nobody falls off. Plus, we'll also be adding some jungle hedge all the way around the base of the platform, so it didn't really matter that we used spruce wood for the base of the platform, the thing that's sitting under the dark oak wood planks. It didn't really matter what material we used, because that's going to be covered up with jungle leaves anyway in the form of a hedge. So later on we'll be adding those 2 things. I might even shrink the little walkway up to the windmill, because I think that might be a little too long, but we'll have to see once it's all done. I mean, I don't know entirely whether I'm going to add a couple of extra things that I haven't added in the original version or not. I haven't figured that out. And I was actually planning to cut this part out, but I've kind of just been talking over myself, and we've just about finished this, so we may as well just continue on, eh? And after this is done, this is when the actual construction of the windmill will begin. So once we've actually got this platform, that's when we'll actually start building up the structure of this thing. So we've just got one more row to add from here. And we have this row. Perfect. Once you yourself have reached this point right here, in which you have something which looks a little bit like this, which kind of looks like a speech bubble, you now want to do this. So starting from, you guys see where we have like this longest row of oak wood planks here. Well, so starting from this row, and it's easiest if you find the 3 center blocks that kind of like make up the little walkway that we have to walk up onto the platform. You want to find the first row, and then find the 4th row coming in. So this will be the first row, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Then, on top of those 3 middle blocks on the 4th row coming in, you want to place a row of 3 spruce wood. Then, looking down at those 3 spruce wood, starting from the left-hand side here, you want to, just as we did with the initial platform, want to do an up left diagonal, go left 1, do 2 up left diagonals, go up 1, do an up left diagonal, up 2, up right diagonal, up 1, then 2 up right diagonals, right 1, up right diagonal, right 2, bottom right diagonal, right 1, then do 2 bottom right diagonals, down 1, bottom right diagonal, down 2, bottom left diagonal, down 1, 2 bottom left diagonals, left 1. So you want to form a circular shape which should be in the very center of the shape that you formed earlier. This is the base of the windmill, and it doesn't entirely look like this actually. So the entrance to the windmill, it isn't actually spruce wood, it's actually made out of dark oak wood planks, and it looks a little something like this, but you know, I figured it might be easier to initially build it out of spruce wood first of all. So the entrance to the windmill, which is obviously in line with the entrance up onto the little platform that we made, it is made out of spruce wood, and it looks like this. And even further than that, it looks exactly like this. So it kind of looks like a capital A. You have a 3 archway coming up with the dark oak wood planks, then a 2 archway directly on top of it. Pretty easy. Once you have the entrance taken care of, and I know that I didn't explain that very well, but I'm sure that you'll be able to make it just by looking at it. Once you have the entrance taken care of, this is what you want to do next. So, we now want to go clockwise around our windmill, and on top of each one of these spruce wood blocks, we have to place a specific material. This will dictate what we do to it later on. So, starting left of the entrance, going around clockwise, you want to place this sequence of blocks on top of our windmill base. You want to do 1 birch wood plank, 1 spruce wood. You then want to do 1 white stained glass, then 1 spruce wood, 1 birch wood plank, then do 1 spruce wood, 1 glass, 1 spruce wood, 1 birch wood plank, 1 spruce wood, 1 white stained glass, then do 1 spruce wood, 1 birchwood plank, then 1 spruce wood, 1 glass, 1 spruce wood, 1 birchwood plank, 1 spruce wood, then 1 glass, then 1 spruce wood plank, or 1 spruce wood I should say, then 1 birchwood plank, then 1 spruce wood, 1 glass, 1 spruce wood, 1 birchwood plank, 1 spruce wood, 1 glass, 1 spruce wood, 1 birchwood plank. So looking down, you want to have something which should look exactly like this. Now, why is that important? Well, what we're now going to do, once you have the first layer of those materials directly on top of the base of the spruce wood that you've just placed, we now want to extend up each one of these materials by 2. So we want to extend each one of the birchwood planks up by 2, we want to extend up the spruce wood by 2, and we want to extend up the glass by 2. I'm just doing all of the birchwood planks first of all, now I'm going to do all of the spruce wood, and then I'll do all of the glass. So we're just extending each one of these materials up by 2, and then after that, just to let you guys know what's happening after this, we're going to be adding an additional layer of spruce wood, going all the way around the top of what we've just made. So it will just be spruce wood directly on top of each one of these rows, and that'll kind of like be the base, the entrance to the windmill. So we're just going all the way around. We've just about finished. We have finished, and once you have something which should look like this, we then want to take out our spruce wood again, and we just want to go all the way around the top of what we've just made with our spruce wood, and this will be the little entrance to the windmill. So we just want to have something which should look exactly like this, which is perfect. Once you have that, this is what you want to do next. So take out your oak wood planks and completely fill in the top of what you've just made with oak wood planks. This is going to be like where the second floor is, and whilst I would usually wait until the very end of the video to mess about with the interior and stuff, because this is technically an interior, it actually helps us if we have a platform to build stuff on. So completely fill this in with oak wood planks, and once you've done that, you should be left with this. It kind of looks like the inside of a tree. Once you have this, this is what you want to do next. Take out your spruce wood. Now, you're at the entrance. You are 1 block inwards in relation to the row 3 that you have. And this is what we want to do. This is kind of tricky to explain, but we now, inside of this circular shape that we have, going all the way around clockwise, we want to once again place specific materials in specific places, except this time it's 1 block inwards in relation to where we did it last time, and again, it's just 1 block inwards going all the way around clockwise. So it will work like this. This first one right here, you guys can see where we're placing it, spruce wood. Then, moving up one, we want to do a birchwood plank, then do a spruce wood, then another spruce wood, then do a birchwood plank, then do a spruce wood, then a white stained glass, then a spruce wood, then do a birchwood plank, then do 1 spruce wood, then another, then do a birchwood plank, then a spruce wood, then a glass block, a spruce wood, then a birchwood plank, then a spruce wood, then another spruce wood, then a birchwood plank, then a spruce wood, a glass block, a spruce wood, then a birchwood plank, then a spruce wood, another spruce wood, a birchwood plank, a spruce wood, then a white stained glass. So you want to end up with a shape that should look exactly like this, and it might even be easier for you guys to kind of like build it from this bird's eye view that I have right now. Now, once you've got that taken care of, you're probably wondering what are we going to be doing. I doubt that. You guys know what's going to be happening. So, once you've reached this point right here in which we've placed each one of these materials, we now want to go on top of each one of those blocks with the block that's going to be sat under them by 10. So for instance, where we have spruce wood, we want to go up by 10. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we want to do that with every single spruce wood, and every birch, and every glass. It's the same thing that we did before. We're just extending them all up by 10, and I think that I just made that row a little bit shorter, actually. Did I make that row a little bit short? Yeah, there we go. Perfect, we fixed that. So we want to add 10 blocks of the relevant material on top of every single one of the blocks that we have. We just want to go all the way around, and it's as easy as that. Nothing too much to it whatsoever. And once we've done that, that's actually like the longest, the biggest part of the windmill. After that, we just have to do the top of the windmill where the actual, like, the big giant blades are, which we're going to be making out of white wool. Plus we also have to put a top on this windmill, and then we just have to mess around with the exterior a little bit, and then we'll be done. It's actually not too difficult. So that's all of the spruce wood added. I'm now adding all of the birch. There's not too many of them. There's mainly spruce wood for this. I think that there's just about there's like half the amount of birch wood planks than there are spruce wood, and then there's like even less still of the glass, so it can only get easier from here. We'll do all of the birch, then we'll do all of the glass, then we'll work on the next layer, we'll take care of the actual proper structure of this thing, we'll add on the blade, then mess around with the base, and then maybe we'll even do the interior. I'm not sure. I haven't got any ideas for the interior. I didn't actually do the interior on the original. I don't with a lot of these like builds that go up on like a Wednesday, kind of like mini builds. I don't typically work out what I'm going to do for the interior, so maybe we'll work that out together, or maybe I just won't have an interior whatsoever. I might just leave it as a windmill, because it is actually quite pretty how it is, and I don't know whether I want to mess around with the interior, but we'll have to see when we get to the end. So we want to, so far, have something which should look a little bit like this, and it's looking quite nice, isn't it, guys? Doesn't that look nice? Lovely. Once you've reached this point right here, this is what you want to do next. So we now want to, all the way up at the top of our windmill, we want to have a layer of spruce wood that is 1 block inwards and 1 block above the very top of our windmill. So it wants to look, it wants to look a little something like this. It doesn't want to look exactly like this because I don't want any sideways facing blocks, but you guys might get the idea. So we're just going to have to place like a layer of oak wood planks first of all, just so that we can have it so that all of these spruce woods actually place in the proper direction. I want them facing up, but we want to have spruce wood going all the way around the top of the inside of what we've just made. And the reason that we're not going to, I'm going to be destroying the oak wood planks in a second. The reason for that is that we have the glass at the top, and I don't really want the oak wood layer to be visible, if you guys will be able to see what I'm talking about. I don't want to see the oak wood, so I've placed the oak wood just so that I can place the spruce wood, but I'm now just going to destroy that, because like I said, I don't really want it visible. I don't want it messing around with the aesthetic of the windmill. So destroy that, and that. And what do we have? Where is the front of my windmill? There we go. So we want to end up with something that should look exactly like this, guys. That is the base of the top of the windmill. What we now have to do is a very similar method to what we have done a few times already. So what we now want to do, starting from this top front left-hand spruce wood block, going clockwise all the way around, we want to do a series of materials. So first of all, we're going to want to do 1 birch wood, then do 1 spruce wood, 1 birch, 1 spruce, 1 spruce, 1 white glass, 1 spruce, 1 spruce, 1 birch, 1 spruce, 1 spruce, 1 glass, 1 spruce, 1 spruce, 1 birch, 1 spruce, 1 spruce, 1 glass, 1 spruce, 1 spruce, 1 birch, 1 spruce, then just simply do 2 birchwood planks. So looking down at what we've just made, we want to have something which should look like this. Now, once you have that taken care of, we then want to add 2 additional layers of that material that we've just used directly on top of what we've just made. So on top of the birchwood planks, you want to add 2 more layers of birchwood planks. On top of the spruce, 2 more spruce, so on and so forth. You guys get the idea by now, I'm sure. So we just want to go all the way around, and I'm doing all of the more obscure materials first, and then I'm just going to do the spruce wood all in one go, because there is much more spruce than there is anything else. And you might be wondering to yourselves, why is it that the front of the windmill is now different? Everything else has been roughly symmetrical beforehand. Why is it that the front of the windmill is just simply now birchwood planks? Well, that's because that's where the like big rotor looking thing is going going to go, or whatever it's supposed to be. That's why. So once you have that taken care of, guys, we now want to add a layer of spruce wood directly on top of what we've just made. So go all the way around the top of it, add a layer of spruce wood directly on top of what we've just made. You guys are familiar with this process, I'm sure. So, once you have that taken care of, we now want to take out, we've finally got a use for these, our dark oak wood stairs. And we want to do this. So going all the way around the top of the outside of the spruce wood layer that we've added, we want to have a layer of dark oak wood stairs, except we want to do this. The dark oak wood stairs want to face the same direction going outwards as whatever side they're on, and they also do not want to connect together. So the front's going to be a good example. You can see the front here, we could connect them at the corners like this, but we're not going to. We're not going to connect them at the corners, and we want to face, and they want to face the direction of the windmill that they're sat on. Once you have that taken care of for one layer, we then want to do the same thing just above, except just above we can have it so that on the corners we want them to connect to each other. So just on top of the spruce wood that we placed, we want to add a dark oak wood plank layer, and this time it's still the same thing, except we want the corner stairs to connect to each other to form kind of like a 90-degree angle. Once you've done that, you can then fill in the top of the windmill in with dark oak wood planks. So just completely fill the top of the windmill in with dark oak wood planks. As I'm doing right now, it might take a second or two. Like this. So once you have the top of your windmill filled in with dark oak wood planks, we now want to take out the birchwood stairs, and we want to do a layer of birchwood stairs going all the way around the top of the windmill. And it might just be easier actually to kind of like add it in and then show you guys how it's supposed to look. So it wants to connect together like... Oh, something has went awry here. It wants to connect together. Is that... How is it go... Come on, connect. I know you can. There we go, I just had one going the wrong way around, and I managed it there as well. So we want it to all connect together in kind of like a plus shape at the top of the windmill, like this. Also, maybe we can even add some blocks in the corners, do we? Nah, no, we don't want to. Then I'm just going to fill the top of the plus shape in with birchwood planks, like this. And then what I'm going to do is place a dark oak wood plank right in the very top center of what we've just made. I'm then going to throw away the birchwood stairs for a while, grab yourself some birchwood fence. It just so happens that I have some in my inventory, but grab yourself some birchwood fence. Then place on top of this single dark oak wood plank here, place a row of 5 birchwood fence coming up from on top of this plank. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and... Come on, 4. No, 4 and 5, perfect. We then kind of just want to build the fence all the way around, coming up from 2 rows around the dark oak wood plank that we have at the top. So we kind of want to have this shape. Don't ask me what this is, it just looks nice. Once you have that taken care of, you've completed pretty much the entire like building structure of the windmill. All we have to do now is add the big giant rotor blade thingies on top of this thing, and then we can get this, and then we can get the actual exterior built a little bit up as well. So once you've reached this point right here, you now want to come to the top, front, center of your windmill. That sounds a little all contradictory, but what you essentially want to do, you want to come to the top part of your windmill, and where you have this like 3x3 square of birchwood planks, you want to find this very center block that we have right here, and take the center block and extend it out in front of the windmill by 3 with your birchwood planks. So that's 1, 2, 3. Take that second block in your row of 3 and just do a dark oak wood plank going all the way around the outside of that second block to form this shape. What we can now do is take out the white wool, and we can now actually make the blades. The blades are all easy, they're the same shape except in different positions. So the first one that we're going to do is going to be this right hand one. And stemming from this right hand dark oak wood plank block, we want to from this do 8 upright diagonals with the white wool. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From this 8th block we want to go down by 2. We then want to do a bottom left diagonal, go down by 1, do 2 bottom left diagonals. We then want to go left by 2. Then do a bottom left diagonal. We can then fill the center of the blade in with white wool, and it's as easy as that, guys. Blade number 1, we have this to do 3 more times. Next position is going to be from this bottom dark oak wood plank block, and starting from bottom right diagonally of this, we want to do 8 bottom right diagonals with the white wool. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then from this 8th block, go left by 2. We then want to do an up left diagonal, left 1, 2 up left diagonals, then go up 1, do an up left diagonal, go up 1, fill in the center of the shape, and you will have the second blade done. Looking pretty good. It kind of looks like a pair of fairy wings. Once you've got that one done, we now want to come to the left hand side dark oak wood plank, and starting from the bottom left hand diagonal position, we want to do 8 bottom left diagonals with the white wool. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We then want to go up by 2. We then want to do an upper right diagonal, go up 1, do 2 upper right diagonals, then go right 1, then do an upper right diagonal, right 1, fill in the center of the shape, and that will be the third blade complete. One more. Last one is going to be all the way up at the top of the windmill right here, and going up left diagonally from this, we once again want to do 8 up left diagonals with the white wool. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We then want to go right 2, then do a bottom right diagonal, go right 1, 2 bottom right diagonals, that's 1 and 2, then go down by 2, then do a bottom right diagonal, fill in the center of the shape that you've made, and that will be the structure of your windmill. Everything included, 100% fully complete, and it'll end up looking a little something like this. It's looking pretty nice, isn't it? Doesn't that look pretty good? I don't know why I can't pronounce words today, but isn't that looking quite nice? Once you've got that taken care of, the last bit that I would definitely recommend, I'm going to completely get rid of all of my materials right here. I'm going to grab some nether brick fence. I'm also going to grab some jungle leaves. And now, first of all, I'm just going to go all the way around the base of the windmill. I don't think I'm going to go around the steps. I'll decide that in just a moment. I'm going to go all the way around the base of the windmill, and I'm going to cover up all of those spruce wood planks that this place is sitting on. I'm just going to completely fill the bottom area in with jungle leaves. Whoops, I thought I added an additional one by accident. I was completely wrong. Going to go all the way around the base of this, adding in jungle leaves where I have to. And this will just make it look a little bit nicer. Do I want it to go around the steps? Let me have a look at my original. No, I don't want it to go around the steps, and I'll destroy this dark oak wood plank here. Also, with the nether brick fence, I think that we're going to have some nether brick fence going all the way around the top of the dark oak wood planks that we have for the outer part of the windmill. I'm just going to place them on top of each one of the planks first, and then I'm probably going to connect them together at the corners, because they most likely won't look great at the corners. So why don't we just add in all of these nether brick fence going all the way around the top, and you can see that on the corners it looks a little bit weird, so I'm just going to connect them together. I mean, this isn't as clean as I guess we could add more dark oak wood planks. I mean, it's quite obvious that we're only connecting them together at the corners because it doesn't look right, and it kind of looks like a design flaw because they're not stood on top of dark oak wood planks. But you could fix that if you wanted to. It doesn't really bother me too much, but it does make it look a little bit better from the outside. And I think that I don't know. I don't think that there's anything more to add. I mean, if you want to come inside of your windmill, if you want to add some light is usually a good idea. So why don't we add some light on the sides? Just adding it randomly, really. I'm not adding it in any particular. There we go. And then maybe if you wanted to add some more going all the way up the glass areas, like the center. If you want to add any to the glass areas, that usually has a greater effect than it would otherwise, so I'm just adding it all to the middle. I don't think I'm going to do an interior with this one, guys. I don't think I actually fancy doing an interior this time around. I think I might just leave it, or I might do it off recording. Maybe I'll mess about with an interior off recording. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll see if I can mess about with the inside a little bit, see if we can add anything, and then I'll probably come back. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'll mess about with an interior just to show you guys like where the stairs might go and where you can add some things in. Is that all? I think that's the entire place lit up quite nicely, but let's have a look from this. Nah, you know what? I don't think I am going to do an interior. That does look quite a bit nicer now, actually. So, against my better judgment, I've done a little bit of a silly interior. It literally took me like 3 minutes, but it does demonstrate how you could lay this place out if you wanted to. Let's take a bit of a look at it. So, this is the interior. There's really not too much going on. Like, right at the ground level, we just have a bit of a carpet, and I decided to put some cakes and some cookies on the wall because I'm hungry, and we also have some stairs here leading up to the second floor. You guys remember that we built this floor whilst we were actually building the windmill itself, so I decided to put the stairs right at the back here. You could definitely do a lot more with this area than I've done, but like I said, I just went for like a little 3-minute silly interior just to show you guys where the stairs would go. Up here on the second floor, we went a little sci-fi. This is supposed to be a bed, but it kind of turned into a pod from the Alien movies. Not entirely sure what this is supposed to be, but I do like it, and this kind of just demonstrates how the stairs might go, or if you wanted to, something that would be so much easier. If you wanted to build a ladder taking you from each one of the floors, that would be so much easier. But if you do want to go over the staircase, like, I have one rammed into the corner here, and it kind of follows the like square that we have inside the windmill. You guys can see we kind of have like a square shape. It kind of follows that shape until it gets to about here. If you keep following it around and hit the corners, like, you'll eventually like bury into like these spruce wood blocks that you can see, and this will kind of like knock some blocks out of the top of the windmill, and we don't want that. So kind of have a staircase going all the way around the top of the inside. It comes up right in the like top center part of the room, which I actually quite like. And here's where we have like a little bit of a treasure room that I obviously didn't spend too much time on either. We just have a couple of chests with some very shiny apples in it. We have a nice bit of gold, we have a bit of yellow carpet, and I mean that's pretty much it. I just thought it might be kind of idea to like stash a little hidden room all the way up at the top of here, and I kind of have. Again, it all very, very half-heartedly done, but it does show you that if you wanted to turn this into a house, you honestly could, just not a very big one. I mean, just not a big one in the slightest, but you could definitely use this as some sort of survival house if you wanted to. Just again, maybe just don't have too much stuff. Maybe that's the thing that you can take away from this, but other than the fact that it's quite small on the inside, I do think there is a very, very excellent looking windmill. So hopefully you guys like this. Hopefully you've managed to make it. This is a tutorial over. There's nothing more to show you. There really wasn't too much more to show you after I actually built the proper windmill itself. But hey, that's how these things go. You've watched my tutorials before, or if not, welcome. This is how we operate here. So hopefully you guys have made this. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you've done all of those things. If you have, give this video a like, give it a favorite, give it a share. I'd really appreciate all of those things. Comment down below what do you want to see me make next. A few of you guys were suggesting that I made a windmill. So, there you go. Hope you're happy. I am. I like the windmill. It actually looks quite nice. I've been doing a lot of weird builds lately, and why not add windmill to the list? I mean, last week we built a blacksmith. The week before we built a fishing hut. Why not build a windmill? And you may see a circus in the background, which may or may not be coming on Saturday. We'll have to see. So, like, favorite, share if you wouldn't mind. Comment down below. Also, check out the card system. In there, you'll find a very interesting playlist, which I think that you guys will really like, which is my real world building playlist. I'm sure that you guys will love that. If you like this building, check that out, honestly. I'll also leave links to a few other videos that I think that you guys might really want to see. But that's probably about it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Like, favorite, share, comment down below, check out the card system. I'll see you guys in the next video. Commenting down below is very, very important, by the way. It makes me make things like this and that circus in the background very irritating. But anyway, thank you, like, favorite, share, see you in the next video. Bye-bye!